Welcome to NIFA Vintage. Today, we're diving into the enchanting world of English cottage interiors. Our focus, vintage rustic decor ideas that bring warmth, charm, and timeless beauty to small spaces and cozy rooms. If you're a fan of quaint aesthetics, natural textures, and nostalgic elegance, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to keep the vintage rustic inspiration flowing. Vintage rustic English cottages embrace gentle tones like soft creams, muted greens, and dusty rose. These colors invite calmness and open up small spaces, making them feel airy and serene. Layering tones creates a harmonious, lived-in feel that's both welcoming and beautiful. From exposed ceiling beams to worn oak floors, aged wood is a vintage rustic staple. Weathered textures bring depth and tell a story, adding character to any room. Choose reclaimed wood shelves, antique furniture, and distressed paneling to enhance the cottage vibe. A rustic stone or brick fireplace serves as a room's focal point, radiating warmth and coziness. Even in small rooms, a compact hearth with vintage accents, like wrought iron tools and aged mantles, adds a powerful vintage rustic statement. Forget uniform sets. English cottage interiors thrive on collected pieces, mismatched chairs, antique dressers, and unique side tables. These eclectic finds celebrate history and bring a curated, cozy appeal to compact rooms. Layering is key in small vintage rustic spaces. Think floral quilts, woven throws, and braided rugs. Mixing textures not only adds warmth but creates visual interest without crowding the room. Opt for vintage sconces, oil lamps, or Edison bulb pendants to create ambient, golden light. These pieces double as decor, enriching the rustic atmosphere with their aged patina and soft, inviting illumination. In tight quarters, open shelves offer smart storage and a chance to showcase vintage finds, ceramic dishes, copper pots, or old books. Use reclaimed wood or wrought iron brackets to keep that vintage rustic charm. Classic floral prints on curtains, cushions, or wallpaper inject life and romance into the cottage. Choose faded or heritage-style patterns for a vintage effect that feels fresh and timeless. Incorporate natural elements like stone, clay, wicker, and linen. These materials ground your space in simplicity while enhancing the vintage rustic aesthetic with authenticity and tactile charm. Curate charming accessories like enamel pitchers, brass candlesticks, and botanical prints. Every detail contributes to a larger story of nostalgia and natural elegance in your cottage haven. Transform tight corners into inviting spaces, a reading nook with a vintage chair, or a tea corner with a rustic table. These purposeful spots give small rooms soul and personality. Add fresh herbs in terracotta pots, dried flowers in jugs, or a vintage watering can as decor. Garden elements link your interior to nature, reinforcing the calm, organic feel of the vintage rustic style. Add fresh herbs in terracotta pots, dried flowers in jugs, or a vintage watering can as decor. Garden elements link your interior to nature, reinforcing the calm, organic feel of the vintage rustic style. Add fresh herbs in terracotta pots, dried flowers in jugs, or a vintage watering can as decor. Garden elements link your interior to nature, reinforcing the calm, organic feel of the vintage rustic style. Thank you for exploring English cottage interiors with us. By embracing vintage rustic decor, even the smallest space can feel cozy, soulful, and timeless. Subscribe to NIFA Vintage, hit like if you felt inspired, and share your favorite decor idea in the comments below. Until next time, stay vintage.